Hello everyone, here Elohim. I know it's very dark here, but this is the hour when I am finally able to do anything. Um, if you are adapted to my videos, you know I talk a lot of nonsense because I can keep an idea. So I will try to keep forward in the idea, but you know how I am. I need to explain everything and all the background in every conversation because I don't like when people will do take out of context anything you say. And I am not like a very well spoken person, especially in English, because my brain is just translating. So, um, and there are many words that I don't know. Um, Halloween is coming. If you have followed me before on social media, you know I don't really like the word Halloween. I use sounds cool. Is your dialect is not English, if English is your second or third language, it's like a very nice thing to say. Halloween sounds nice. I'd rather to say Hallows Eve. I think that has more sense and essence in the term, or All Hallows Eve. In Spanish, we don't have, or I think in Latin America, Halloween is not like a big thing. Uh, anyway, because of the influence, is inevitable. I mean, it's the United States is the first world country. You know, it's like the epitome of reference for everything, for many reasons, for good and for bad. Um, and so anyway, in Latin America, if you travel around, you will find that many people knows about Noche de Brujas, the Night of the Witches, or kind of version of Halloween, which is like not like a big thing really. Um. Anyway, Halloween is coming, or All Hallows Eve, whatever name do you prefer to use. I don't discuss this with anyone because terminology and linguistics are not my thing. Um, and Halloween is coming. I say that three times. I'm so stupid, but Halloween is coming, and that means that will be a lot of information out there, and will be a lot of misinformation out there. I'm just watching my neighbor in this moment from his window, and he's pretending not to watching me in the other house. Um, I am next to a wall. The thing in front of me is a wall, so probably he thinks that I'm talking with a wall. It's okay. Well, it's very funny his expression right now. And will be a lot of information and a lot of misinformation out there. And it's the new moon, the full moon, eclipses, and so lot of stuff. The planets are moving. The planets will be moving if you're informed or not of them. I mean, Mercury will be retrograde wherever you know or not. Things will happen wherever you know or not. It's better if you're well informed, but people have a life, have works, jobs, partners, family, dogs, cats, birds, hobbies, kinky stuff to do, films to watch, albums of music albums to listen, things to paint. I mean, everybody have a life. Last year, I remember a couple, more than a couple, but I just remember two persons, particularly for names, that they come to me like it's so much information, you know, it's I need to do this, I need to do that, and I was like, why do you need to do that? And they say, you know, it's Halloween, we need to take the full moon, the power of the full moon, and I need to craft this amulet. And I was like, and that's the more the energy that you want to put in your charm. I mean, um, so I have many stories because I'm old. And because I'm old, I know many things. Not the good things, but I know many things. Not the good things, but the fun ones. Um, when I was growing with my mom, all my stories always goes back to her because she's a very incredible person, magically thinking. magically talking, especially. Like, she's like my reference for so many things. Like United States, for good and for bad. My mom was always working 24/7 for her clients, doing readings, smoking tobacco, doing cleansing, so I learned a lot from her. I'm not so good like her, I wish. Mm, but she learned it really like from the root, and she had amazing teachers that I did not. My teacher was her, she's an amazing teacher, but her teachers were like, wow. I see the things that she learned, and I was like, wow. And I see like the effectiveness in her spell working. I was like, wow. The magical community for say it in some way, there in Venezuela at that moment was very different to the community here. And it's very dark, really. And people were talking all the time about Halloween, what you gonna do, what these people are gonna do, the full moon, the new moon. And my mom, she never. I work with the moon phases. I make my schedule with the moon phases for everything. For my clients, because I have many clients, so I try to put everything in order. Like, you don't want to blend energies, because at the end of the day, this will affect the result in your clients. And if a client, like one of your clients, is not going well, they will come after you, or they will not pay you after you spend a lot of money and time and dedication and work and energy in there. So it's better that everything works well. And my clients are very happy with me, because I do everything very well. I make this schedule with the new moon and the full moon, and I know which moon is in which position every day, yada yada yada, for work. And trying to don't take any risk. I don't go to take any chances. But my mom, she never works with the moon and the stuff. For her, Halloween or All Hallows Eve was like just another day, another season, just to make magic. She just like, oh, it's new moon, so I'm gonna do something dark tonight. Oh, it's full moon, we are powerful. That like very big conception. That because she, like me, she's not very academic on witchcraft, and I'm not the most academic person on witchcraft, and I literally hate academic witchcraft because I find it nonsense for so many reasons, but especially because all academic witchcraft just take us back to a lot of white entitled British men who don't understand anything about racism, about homophobia, about transphobia, about migration, about having hard time. They don't understand anything about that. So their perception of the craft was very different to ours, because we turn in the craft many times looking for a coven, a family, help, guidance, spiritual support, magic, work, having sorry for that. Here, bro, I am human. Please, I'm not gonna edit that in the video. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Uh, and people turn into witchcraft or into magic for multiple reasons. And when they do that from a place of struggle or looking for something. That also sometimes for arrogance of people, for money. Um, but when you have a struggle in your life, you learn to take things like I need this, so you appreciate things in a different way. And most of these academic authors, especially from the past, they were like the best examples. Modern ways of academic authors are like, they have a different perception of the world because they live in literally a different world. So you feel like the entitlement is less, but experience is better, is deeper. That's why I don't like follow this big list of books to read. I never ended. I read a lot of modern books because I find it useful for my craft to nurture myself. What is this author who is Italian saying about this? What is this author who is African saying about it? What is this author black and from New Orleans, saying about hoodoo. What is this author? British from Manchester saying about this practice. What is this author? Who is Cuban or Peruvian saying about this spell? Um, because it's useful, it's practical. It's like my mom. It's like, it's doing things that actually works. It's not how okay, did you read this book? Oh, and what do you think about the book? I don't really fucking care what do you think about the book. And you should really fucking care what I think about the book. We should focus in, is this really working? This works, I mean, your life is turning better, you feel some kind of change in your life, you feel like you are tipping in your magic, you feel like you are feeling something in your hands. You need a spell word, you feel like, is this working? I don't really care your opinion about books from 20, 30 years ago. I don't really care. It's arrogant from me, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm sorry. So, it's a place of struggle, but it's a place of learning. And my mom never was like stressed for this kind of things. Because we don't grow up with the money to buy a lot of books. We didn't grow up with the money to pay for these expensive 800, 900, $2,000 courses of 6, 8 weeks, which I'm not criticizing because many of them are made for very good people who actually know a lot and they want to teach you. They want to put the tools in your hands and they want to teach you like face to face in there. Even virtually, they want to dedicate their time to teach you and teach you well. But we didn't have that kind of money. Um, so we learn to do magic with what we have. White candles, tobaccos, cheap oils, mostly made of crap, and a lot of symbols, spells, lot of brains, many brains, rituals, dancers, dancing, and I am terrible dancer, but the magic works at the end of the day. We learned two things with just a few tools because we really didn't have the money. I'm talking a level of like we were 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In a moment we were like 9 big people and 6 children living in an apartment with just 2 rooms and 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms, one restroom, one little kitchen, and a very small area for eat there in the kitchen, like that level of don't have money. So we do everything that we can to survive, to learn, to do things that, this spell to find a better job, this spell to find the space in the college, this spell for healing, for whatever. And we learn a lot, and these things are resulting like very well. Going back, Halloween is coming. It's a lot of information and misinformation. Take the time to breathe. I know I'm very noisy when I breathe because I just breathe for one side. This side actually don't work because I break it when I was in military school. You breathe and you say in that moment, I really need that spell. I really need to make this work. This spell specifically said that need to be made in the full moon, but that full moon I will be very tired from my job. I really need to do that spell if I'm not in mode in my like all my sense to do it because it's Halloween and can be overwhelming. And I know that when you are younger, I'm not saying this to you in particular, but when I was younger, I consider myself not the smartest person in the room. I consider I am smart for some things. I'm not saying that I am stupid, probably I am. It's okay. I have my moments, and my silly moments too. But when I was younger, I was very stupid because I remember every day the things that I did when I was young. I had that moment when I was like, oh, I am the most powerful witch everywhere. Nobody will do anything against me because I am, I will curse you out. I was like 16. I was so stupid. I was so really stupid. And I did many stupid things and I catch very bad consequence for that word. over and over and over and over and over, including a love spell that works like better than I was expecting, and the consequences were like not worthy of that. Uh, so if you are younger or you are new into the craft, you probably will find a lot of information out there and a lot of misinformation out there. You just need to take a moment to check on yourself. If is this worthy for me? I really need this. I have the time to do this. I am in mode to do that. I really need to buy everything that people is selling to me because I sell stuff. I sell charms, I sell classes, I sell my books. But if you feel that this book don't sound good, you don't need to buy it. If you feel that these classes are offering, oh, you know, Elaine is offering a class, I don't know, in love magic. But my relationship life is going very well. I need to take the class? Maybe not. Maybe you don't need to do it. Why are you gonna do it if you really don't need it? Um, Except if I am your charity case and you want to give me your money taking that class, I will not say no. But if you really don't need it, don't buy it. Will be coming out in October a lot of very amazing, fabulous books from many amazing people. You don't need to buy them all. You need to buy the books that you think that you could use. Will be a lot of people offering classes. Probably will offer a class on anything on my day off because I like to teach. I like to talk with people about things that I do and things that works. I really love that. Like, you know, this money spent that I did actually works so well. I literally moved to my new house and I find a job like 3 days after. Whether people like it or not, the job that I do, I really love it, and I'm doing a very good money with my time off. I have time for me. It's like the dream job. I can't complain about my past job either. That was a very good job which paid me a lot of money. So if this is working, I want to teach you that, but I don't go to teach you that for free. It's my time. Same. If a lot of people out there teaching you stuff. If you have the money, the resources, the time, and you want to learn about that, do it. You want to buy the book, buy it. I'm not saying don't buy anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying be conscient where are you putting your energy, your time. I buy this book just because I want to put the book in a picture of Instagram, um, or I am buying the book because actually I like this topic and I want to learn more on this topic. I want to take these classes because I'm bored in my home and I don't have anything else to do, or I'm taking this workshop because actually I think I could use some of this information. I am buying this incense because I really need it in my home. Because, for example, I love incense. I love smoke in my home. Give me that in some way emotional or metaphysical, I can describe it, sensation that the spirits are feeling like, you know, they have a space for cleansing. They can dance in the smoke and clean from their own traumas and past life and enjoy. So I try to use a smoke that is not so bitter, not so strong, just very sweet, in of some kind of offering for them. Like, because it's an offering for them, but I have 2 or 3 kinds of incense that I'm gonna mention here, because they come from other cultures and places. But I really like those incense and I buy them because I really like them. And it's most like for my own spirit. I buy that incense because I really like it, and I put that stick of incense in my sanctuary area, which is here. I like to smell that incense. I like to come to the kitchen. That's the firefighters. It's not my house, right? No, everything looks like it's going well. It's a lot of light on there, but it's not here. And so easy to distract. Um, I hope everything goes well wherever they go. I like that incense a lot. I like to smoke that incense in my home. I like to go out of my sanctuary to the restroom, to the kitchen, to the other areas, and knowing that my home smells with that fragrance. I really like it. But for my spirits, I use other incense. So this first one that I like is for me. Crystals. I don't buy many crystals because I think that if your life has not changed for better with that piece of amethyst that you have, you don't need other 100. They will not do the job. It's not working. Not for you. Maybe for other people, but not for you. If your personal life is crap right now, that will not will change because you have one rose quartz or 100 pieces of rose quartz. Will make a very nice bowl with all of these crystals inside, but not will change your personal life. I don't think so. Um, So you need to buy all of those crystals? You don't need it. You need to buy all the incense? You don't need it. You need to buy all the books? You don't need it. You need to buy all the classes and go to all the events? Don't. Except if I am presenting in the event, please go. Please do the sacrifice for me. But you need to buy all of this stuff, you really don't need it. Because your individual connection with your spirits, deities, orishas, whatever name you put on them, is yours. It's not something superficial. It's not something that people need to have an opinion on it, and it's not something that people should judge because it's your connection. Don't care how much you try to explain to them how do you feel your connection with your personal guides. They will not understand because they are not in your body. They don't have your eyes. They don't have your ears. They don't have your skin. They don't dream your dreams. Don't care how much you try to explain a dream to another person, they will never understand exactly how the dream feels and looks like. Same with your personal individual connection with any entity is yours. If you come to tell me my connection with this deity is like this and feel like that, okay. I have the same connection with the same deity, but mine feels different, and that is totally valid. It's like when people question my initiations just because I come from Venezuela, which is next to Brazil, which is South America, which is from where comes most of these Afro-Caribbean traditions. So a lot of American people feel in some way threatened by someone who actually comes from there, because they practice the same Afro-Caribbean tradition. They just want to question my initiation. He's not initiated in anything. Not that I know. You obviously don't know because you don't know the country, you don't know the language, you don't know my padrino. Obviously you don't know. You should know. Also, it's not your problem. Whatever people say or not, that really don't affect me and don't affect my connection, don't affect my relation with the Orishas. Same with you and your connection with your magic. You don't need all the stuff going outside. Don't overwhelm yourself for the excessive information and misinformation. Do what you can do with your time and your personal disposition. If you want to, for example, if you want to dress yourself for Halloween, do it. You want to buy 100 of crystals, but you have the money to do it and you pay your rent, buy your crystals, be responsible. Spoil yourself. You deserve it. You are worthy to spoil yourself because nobody else will do it. You want to buy all the books and you have the money and you pay your rent and you have food in your fridge, go and buy the books. But don't overwhelm for the excessive information and misinformation out there. Don't spend all your money in things that you actually don't need and you know that you don't gonna use. It's like I have this theory with magic. When people have these money balls in home, something that they always say is if you have a money ball, which is a money, it's a bowl, a crystal ball where you put money, rice, seeds, and other stuff to bring prosperity. People craft it and they are very good looking, but they put in just a corner and they leave the money ball in there for months, sometimes for years. And when you visit these people, their ball is totally dusty and with spiders, and it's like, you know that ball literally represents your abundance and prosperity, and you're leaving that in the dust, in the darkness, in a very cold corner, when that actually should be exposed in a place very high with natural light, with a lot of light. You should move it with your own hands from time to time and put some natural perfume, some oil, some stuff. Move it so you're moving your mood, you're moving that energy, you're not dusting that energy in some way in there. With crystals, I have the theory that it's the same. You buy all of these crystals and you can use them, but I noted that people like to buy crystals and put them all together in a bowl and never touch them. So after some time, all of these crystals are dusty and looks dirty, and they don't look shiny because they are covered in dust and probably spiders are working in there. It's like, then why you buy the crystal? Just for decoration? Because I have seen that. I don't know why people put the crystals in bowls. I don't know why, but actually I do it. I have a bowl of wood full of little pieces of mineral, but it's different because I don't use them for work. It's just that I have too many crystals and I put them in there. But they are clean. So you need to buy all of that stuff? Not. Halloween is coming and there's a lot of shiny things in there that will looks very nice. You don't need them all. By spoil yourself with a thing and buy one or two things that you actually need for your practice. Buy your candles, buy your incense. If you are, I don't know which is the correct way to say it, but if you are Mexican related or Mexican descendant, you know probably is coming. I mean, it's not probably coming, is coming. El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, the feast or fest of the dead, and you need to prepare all your stuff, your altar. Don't blend it with other altars, put lights in there, pictures, your stuff. You don't need to buy everything to make the life overwhelming. One of the things that I do very often, not related with this, is my altar is always very full. And many people criticize my altar on internet, like, you have too much stuff in your altar. I had also too many years of practice, so I have too much stuff accumulated that I'm not planning to throw because actually I use all that stuff. So all that stuff in my altar have a function. And that is just because you see one of my altars. I have many, I have like 5, and each altar is super full. But every altar is one topic. This is my money altar. It's a bunch of stuff for money magic and just money magic in that corner. And this is my altar for my orishas, and this is my altar for my spirits, and this is my other altar for my other practice, and this is my other altar for my other tradition. And all of them are full, but everything is working very well. And you can have just an altar with one glass of water and a candle, and that will work anyway very well. You don't need to buy all the stuff. You don't need to read all the blogs. You don't need to read all the books. You don't need to listen all the podcasts. I promote a lot of stuff because I have the time to read a book. I have the time to listen to the podcast. I have the time to make the spell. I have the time to go to the event. I have the time to do that because I have been working on that for years. But if it's not your case, don't force yourself. Let your magic flow. And if your magic flows from you and manifest in the way of a plate with one white candle and a glass of water to make all your spell casting in there and a half piece of lemon in there for protection, that will work super well. That will work better than anything else. I remember year 2020, I was literally struggling with, like everybody else. We were in the middle of a crisis. My family is away. I was just with my partner with my partner in the apartment. I just lost my grandma, and was all of these people like bullying me on internet because they are stupid. I was having a real hard time. And when you're an immigrant, feeling lonely is very depressing. Feeling not supported is very depressing. Feeling mocked online is super depressing. And between one of that, this group of people, this little group of little haters with, I don't know, lack of self-esteem, they were like, we're gonna curse you. And they were, and I know because they sent me even the pictures. All of them cursing me, like, you're so stupid that you curse someone and you send a picture. And I was thinking I was dumb, but you are like another level. You are like, I don't know, in the 8th floor, stupidness of people, and they were cursing me and stuff, and they were like, "No worry, because I have other worries like migration, like I have a family out there, and we're in the middle of a crisis, and my family is out there in the wild in another country. Like I have priorities. Your stupidness is not one of my priorities." Um, I remember my husband say like, "You gonna do something about it?" And I say, "No, um, because my connection with my spirits and my orishas and my gods is here and is here and is here in my experience, in my hands, in the work I do. It's not something that needs the validation of any stranger, weird people sharing memes on internet." And that was the time that I posted on Instagram. One of my bracelets just broke. Um, I have these 8 bracelets made of gold for protection, and one of them broke, and it was like, oh, so actually they did something nice. Now you need to do it like other 7 times to see if actually do something on me, because the bracelet is not the protection; it's just a warning to tell me that someone is doing something. And the bracelet just broke while I was actually doing a live video on Instagram. The bracelet just broke, and it was just like something happened, and I just continued like nothing happens. Um, I just continue like nothing is happening here, and that is all that happens. Just one bracelet broke, and they continue having the other 7. Now they are holding in the door for protection, and they have new bracelets. So, because my connection at the end of the day is like individual, non powerful anyway, I don't need to show off my traditions and my stuff. Your magic is like that, and you don't need all the stuff out there. You don't need all the stuff that shines. When you understand that you're made of gold and diamond, you don't need a glitter. You really don't need it. Just please remember that, because I know this month can be very provocative to go around buying stuff. Um, don't buy things that you don't need. Spoil yourself a little bit, but don't buy everything just because. Just that. Happy month of October, happy full moon, happy new moon. I hope this month brings to you a lot of understanding, magic, blessings, manifestation in a very positive way. A lot of prosperity, health, healing, love, compassion for yourself, understanding about yourself, time for yourself. And I hope this new moon helps you or guides you to open new roads for you. And the full moon brings a lot of good light over each one of your dreams and projects. And I hope this Hallows Eve brings you the good company of very good, healthy, good-hearted spirits there for you to help you and guide you and push you in the good direction and empower you in all the possible ways. Just that, stay well, stay wild, be nice, especially with yourself. Don't listen to the noise, listen your voice in the silence. Bye.